Hi everyone, welcome back to Decorate with Dana. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a couple of them are higher end inspired DIYs on a very strict budget, and one is just super cute for Christmas. So I thought I would share these with you today as I am definitely gearing up for my Christmas decorating, so I'll have some DIYs, quite a few DIYs coming up in preparation for that. So I hope that you all enjoy this video, and I hope it gives you a little bit of decorating or DIY inspiration as we gear up for our Christmas decor. Okay, so this first DIY we're going to start with, if you've been around a while, you know how much I adore my little marshmallow mugs. I especially love to decorate with them in the fall and Christmas time and the winter. And I wanted to make some more mug toppers for them. I had made some last year in a DIY, but I kind of learned a little bit more on how to make them just hold up a little bit better. So I am going to be making those today, and I really just wanted to make some cute ones. They are really so pricey for these on like Etsy, and you really can make them for so inexpensive. So I just got some lightweight spackling from Walmart. This little tub was like $3. I have some cardstock, some foam balls, the little smaller size foam balls, and then just some embellishments and some, those are the decorating tips that you can find in the baking section. So I'm just going to use a little Ziploc bag, put one of the decorating tips in there, and fill that bag with the spackling just as like a little piping bag. After I trace the top of the marshmallow mug on some cardstock, and I cut it out just a little bit bigger to make sure it's going to fit nicely and sit on top of the marshmallow mug and not fall in. And then I'm going to take one of these foam balls and just use a knife and cut it in half and hot glue it to the cardstock. And this is what I did a little differently this year, and it really helps it hold its shape a little bit better. And then you also don't need to use as much as the spackling because half of it is filled with the foam ball. Then you just pipe the spackling around. It does not need to be perfect. If you look at how you put whipped cream on coffee or hot cocoa, it's not always perfect. You know, just do it however you want. And then I just have different embellishments that I picked up from Hobby Lobby, and then some I just had. And you can just embellish these however you want. And they're super cute. And I also made one for like a regular size mug that looks like pumpkin spice coffee. And I think these just turned out adorable and so inexpensive. For a couple dollars, maybe $2 or $3, I made one of these for a mug where they're at least 8, 9, 10, if not more on Etsy. So definitely a huge savings. And I love that I can customize them and make them all different to however I want them to look. And then I did pick up a bag of these faux marshmallows at Joann's, and there's a ton in there. And I got it for because I used a coupon, I got that huge bag for $5 or something. I have so many mini marshmallows. I'm sure I'll have to find some other DIY to do with those. But they made a really cute topping for these also, and you can decorate them. You'll see how I did them here, and I think they just turned out so cute. I just wanted to say that you actually could also use a little bit of food coloring and color the spackling different colors. I just really like to use white because I want it to look like whipped cream, but you could definitely dye these red or green. You just don't want to add a ton of food coloring because it can change the consistency of the spackling. So you just want to use a drop or two if you're going to change the color. Okay, so this next DIY is a really rustic wreath that is made out of a grapevine wreath and some felt. And this can be customized depending on whatever color that you want and can be used really in the winter, fall, Thanksgiving time, and Christmas. Okay, so for this project, I think this one is just an 8 or 10 inch grapevine wreath. I've got a bunch of my little leaves that I cut out. I may need more. I have a lot more felt left. I just grabbed some. I went out in my yard and I collected some twigs. And then I do have some of these little felt pom-poms. I'll just probably be using the red ones for now. So, and then I have my hot glue gun heating up. So I did not use any particular, form or shape as the leaves. I just kind of randomly cut them out, tried to make them the same shape but different sizes, and like I said, in these 3 different colors. But honestly, if you want to make this a fall wreath, you could use some burgundies and yellows. That would be really pretty. You can use red and green for Christmas. I liked this because I can put it up now and I can leave it up through Christmas as well. So I think it's just super cute. So you just kind of put the twigs around in the grapevine wreath. You're just wanting it to look really rustic and have some twigs coming out and just kind of going every which way. That just kind of gives it that rustic look. And then I just used a little bit of hot glue to glue those down so that they wouldn't come out. And then you just start randomly placing your leaves around, and you can pinch it at the bottom. You can hot glue it, pinch it at the bottom and hold it, and it'll kind of give it a little bit of a curved look like a leaf. And I got smart finally after burning my hand a couple times and used a little plastic clothespin to kind of hold them down. Some of them, the ones that I wanted to stay pinched around the branches. Then I didn't burn myself and I just needed to leave it there for a few seconds. And then once you get all of the leaves placed around like you want them, then you just go ahead and glue on your berries. I used red and I did end up using a tiny bit of the really pale pink. And I really just like the way that this turned out. I saw this, I think, on Pinterest or something, and I was just really happy with how it turned out. But again, it's very customizable to however you want it to look. So this last DIY is probably my favorite. To me, it looks very high-end and expensive, and it was so inexpensive to make. Now, I am using my Cricut here to make this, these iron-ons. You definitely don't need a Cricut. You could use transfer paper. You could use stencils. You could use stamps to stamp the material words on. So you definitely don't need a Cricut. I just have one, so I'm going to cut some iron-ons out from on my Cricut. I'm going to do the words merry and bright and believe, peace, know well, and joy, I think are the ones that I decided to go with. So for this project, I also picked up 3 embroidery hoops from Michaels. I picked up a 14-inch, a 12-inch, and 3 9-inch embroidery hoops. They are very inexpensive anyways, but I used a coupon, so I got the biggest one for probably $3 and the others for $2 or less. So they are not expensive at all. And I also have this material left over from a different DIY a long time ago. It's just a cream colored cotton material. I am just cutting strips long enough to go across the embroidery hoops with a little bit hanging over. And then I will be putting my iron-on words onto these strips, and then we will put them in the embroidery hoops. So then the last thing I did was I took off the outer hoop and laid the strip of material across, kind of centered it the best I could, and then put the outer hoop back on and tightened it down as much as I could. And then I did use a little bit of hot glue to secure it to the back, just as extra security, and then cut off any extra material. And then the last thing I did was I have this pick, this floral pick from Michaels. You can use whatever kind of pick that you want. And I just cut it up and I glued it, I hot glued it, and I did end up using a little bit of twine to secure it. I couldn't find my floral wire, but I was able to hide the twine and to secure the pick to one side. But again, this is very customizable. You could do it all around. You could do it on 2 sides. You could do it on the top or bottom, however you want to do it. And I absolutely adore the way that these turned out. Like I said, I think that they look super high end and way more expensive than what it cost me to make. So I hope you all enjoyed these kind of a little bit more high-end DIYs on a budget, along with these super cute marshmallow mug toppers. I think that they all turned out so cute, and I think you can make them all your own however you want, using whatever colors and materials that you want to use. So I hope that this gave you a little bit of DIY, Christmas DIY inspiration. I want to thank you so much for stopping by and checking out my video. If you are new, I hope that you will subscribe. I have so much Christmas content and DIYs and decorating coming your way. And follow me over on Instagram at decoratewithdana. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. I hope you have a great day.